A storybook wedding, twilight garden ceremony, bridesmaids decked out in pink, extravagant reception. Fast forward 8 days. Does the bride push the groom hundreds of feet over a cliff to a gruesome death? Bombshell tonight after the newlywed killer bride agrees to a sweetheart guilty deal. Tonight, in the last hour, she says, no deal. I'm actually innocent.
He was to grab my arm and my jacket, and I said no.
A newlywed who pled guilty to pushing her husband off a cliff.
The new development comes just 2 days before Graham was to have been sentenced for the death of her husband, Cody Johnson.
Jordan Graham wants to withdraw her guilty plea.
You help me to climb higher for a better view.
Okay, I don't know why Liz keeps playing that song. I think Jordan Graham actually wrote the song and had it played at her wedding. That was 8 days before she pushes her husband off a cliff to his death. John King, reporter KGVO. John, she's going to get a sweetheart deal. Now she says the deal's off the table, no deal. She wants a trial, which involves a not guilty plea. What is she thinking?
Well, that sweetheart deal didn't seem so sweet when they asked for a life sentence.
You know, but here's the thing. Hold on, John King. Unleash your lawyers, Deborah Blum, Parag Shah. I don't understand. The jury will never know, Parag, that she was on the verge of sentencing on a guilty plea. She was going to stand in court and go, okay, I pushed him over the cliff. Now she says no, she wants a jury trial. The jury's never going to know. She was set to plead guilty.
Well, we don't want the jury to know that because it will prejudice or taint the jury.
They might find out the truth.
No, deals are made all the time where people didn't actually commit the crime, but it's in their best interest to plead because the risk of losing can be detrimental.
Hold on, Blum. Why are you shaking your head yes and no? Give me one example, Deborah Blum, where you personally know of somebody that entered a guilty plea that wasn't really guilty.
A lot of my clients. You do that
Name
because
one.
I'm not going to name the names of my clients that
Why?
entered a
If they've
guilty
already
plea.
pled guilty, then it's public record, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Nancy, but many of my clients enter a plea of guilty to things that they're not guilty of to avoid jail time, to avoid a felony conviction, to avoid a misdemeanor conviction. And in this specific case, she entered a plea of guilty after going to trial, and then the prosecution submitted their sentencing memorandum, which relied on premeditated murder, which was out.
Here you see the killer bride dancing in a clutch with the new groom just 8 days before she pushes him to his death.